Hello everyone! Today we're going to listen to some special music that tells a story about a boy named Peter, or Peer in Norwegian, since this is a Norwegian story, a king, a princess, and the king's trolls or scary monsters. Would you like to hear it? Let's listen. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Peer who lived in a land far, far away. He had a friend, a princess, who lived in an underground mountain castle cave with her father, the Mountain King. He had trolls to protect him and the princess. Well, one day, Peer and the princess got into an argument, and Peter said something that wasn't very nice to her. The princess cried and cried, and she ran to her father, the king, to tell him. Well, Peter became very scared when the princess ran to the king and decided to run away from the underground castle as fast as he could. But he didn't want to draw attention to himself and get caught. Peter began to tiptoe slowly out of the mountain castle cave, when some of the king's trolls, the monster guards, the ugly, scary monster guards, spotted him. When the trolls saw Peter, the trolls began to follow him. And then they started to chase him through the entire castle. And eventually they ran into the king. Well, Peter, of course, he was so very scared, he turned and he immediately ran in the other direction with the trolls and the Mountain King chasing him. And soon they all began running faster and faster and faster and faster. Peter saw the light of day through a tunnel that took him out of the mountain castle cave, and felt the ground begin to shake. He barely escaped as the big rocks came crashing down. But he did. Peter escaped. And no one exactly knows the end of this story, but you'll be able to make up your own, and I think we'll use the music to help us. Let's use our spider fingers very lightly to do what I do while we listen to the music. Spider fingers ready. Feel the music. Something's starting to happen. It's getting a little faster. Wow, what an exciting piece of music! Well, there are some very important musical things that happened during this video. I hope you heard them. Why don't you think about it? Something that we usually talk about when we're listening to music. How could we describe the dynamics of this music and what happened? Maybe you remember our dynamics. If we start really low, that's right, piano. If we're in the middle, mezzo piano. About here, mezzo forte and forte. We already know all of those. You could always go back and listen to this song and do the movements to the correct dynamic levels. But today what we want to talk about is the rhythm of this song and the tempo, or how fast or slow the song goes. Let's have a look at this tempo meter. As you can see, on the left-hand side, we have the slow animals like snails, and then getting a little bit faster like the speed of an elephant, eventually a cow, and walking speed at the top. Then when we start going down the other side, we get faster and faster, from a jog to a run to bees flying, and then to the fastest animal that there is in the world, a cheetah. Now, I think this song has something for us to learn about tempo, don't you? We're going to listen to it one last time, okay? And this time, when we get to the end of the song, I want you to create your very own ending. Why don't you take a video and you can send it to me? Show me your best dance moves. Show me how that tempo gets going, and show me that you can keep the steady beat on the TTs and tas. I'll put up a picture here to help you. You can practice by following along with the different shoes, and then why don't you try and dance it, okay? Have a fabulous time in the Hall of the Mountain King.